Hi everybody, happy Tuesday. I hope everybody's having a blessed day today. I know that I am. Thank you, Jesus. Always on my side, always provides. And my hands are washed and they're ready to go. They're nice and wet. And where we're going? Okay, so every time I go to what is it, ShopRite, they have this big massive sale going on where all the pasta, any pasta you want is on sale for $1. So of course you grab like 10 of them and just storage and put them away. Why is it that they only put out linguine, fettuccine, and a whole bunch of other noodles except spaghetti? I have a craving for spaghetti, so I'm going to treat these linguinis like spaghetti today. So we're going to just pretend that we got spaghetti. So my water's already boiling, as you can see, and I'm just going to throw in my pasta. It's going to act like spaghetti. It looks like spaghetti. It's thin linguine, so I want that to, okay, there we go. Put it in just like that for a few minutes. My pot is here in the way, but I can put it here to the side so you don't miss anything. So let's get this pasta down first, okay? I didn't put any salt in there or no oil yet. It's just regular boiling water. So I could add a little salt now. Okay, so we added some salt. I'm not going to add no pepper because I don't need it. So what am I going to do today? Today I'm going to make spaghetti and meatballs. Spaghetti. Okay, so we're going to do some spaghetti and meatball today. And let that go down a little bit. Now, I brought my meat. And I've been hearing a lot of things about the meat. And I'm not going to get into that conspiracy. I ain't talking about it. All I know is that some people get it and some people don't. Okay? So I got this one because I know that they're exclusive to theirs and they want only the best or particular. So you know what? I'm going to go down that route. I'm going to go this way right here because I think they get the better quality cuts for some reason. But don't matter. Look. I'm gonna throw my ground beef in there, and of course it's not pork. It's regular beef. So we have cow there. Let me get my little spatula so I could help this along. There you go. See, easy deasy peasy. All right, that's good. I'm going to have to get a handle because this is sliding all over the place. We got a slider, people. We got a slider. All right, so I'm going to put that there. And I'm also going to grab a little bit of oil because I don't want them to mix. I don't want them to burn. So let's open this up and put a little oil. Like so. I think that's good enough for me. Okay, now that pasta's cooking. The rest is going to be so easy once this pasta's done. Okay, so no more? All right, no more. Just a couple pieces here. All right, so we're going to let this boil up. Just make sure that it's loose. Just give me a minute. Let me play with my food. All right. So all right, I think that's good. I mixed it. I'll just keep an eye on it, keep mixing it, just so it doesn't stick together and clump up. It looks fine to me, so let's leave it alone. All right, so what do I have? I have some onions here. My hands are clean. I got some onions. I chopped up, say, like a small onion into a lot of cubes. And what's this? Where did this come from? A piece of wood. So I have 2 eggs. I'm going to add 2 eggs to that. Really nice. I have 2 eggs. I'm going to add a little salt to that. You can see that. Look, some salt. I'm going to add a little pepper. Salt and pepper. Am I done? No, I'm not done. So I can take the salt and pepper to the side. Let's bring these other little ingredients here. I have some minced onion because I like the crispiness. It stays sometimes. Sometimes they, even though they're dehydrated, you still get like little crisp pieces in there. And I'm gonna add some butter garlic seasoning. Some like that. And I also have some garlic. I ran out of the fresh garlic, but not a problem. We got some garlic. So we got some veggies, some mixed in there, and I'm missing 2 more. And the last 2 is parsley. I'm gonna add some parsley. I just like to break them up a little bit, like that, so the aroma could come out really nice. Very, very, very nice. I'm gonna lower the flame on this. There you go, that's better. Okay, so here I have some Italian seasonings. I'm gonna put a little bit of Italian seasonings in there. Okay, that's good. So, last but not least, I have breadcrumbs. But I'm not gonna put it in yet until I can get it nice and wet with these eggs. So I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna combine everything really nicely like this. Make sure all those onions get in all pieces. I felt like eating meatloaf, but I also felt like eating spaghetti. And spaghetti and meatloaf don't match, so we weren't doing that. Even though it should match, right? Alright, so now this is where I wanted it. Like I told you, it's kind of wet. It's wet, so it needs something. I have here a pack of Ritz crackers that I already broke up into pieces. So I'm going to put that in there, and that'll definitely, you know, that little bit will make my, a little bit more tender. Or not tender, but more softer. That's what it does. It makes your meatballs nice and soft. So I have that, and I have one more thing that I'm going to add. So I'm going to make a lot of little holes in here. Okay. See, I need a lot of little holes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw all this Parmigiano Reggiano in there. So yummy. Just like this. And then I'm going to mix it all together. Get all that cheese combined. I say I was going to wash my hands, but should I really wash my hands right now? Because I need to make these meatballs, right? So, okay, I think this is good just like this. It's nice and mixed. I can make one giant meatball if I want and call it a day, but I won't do that. Okay, so you can still little see bits of pieces of the cracker, but this is mixed, people. It is really nice. Now, I have my pan here, and I'm going to see if this cooperates and turns on. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord. All right, so I have my pot here, and I'm going to add a little bit of oil to this. Like so. You see that I didn't add any sazon to this, right? Because I'm not going to add sazon to this. I'm going to add the sazon to my sauce. Alright, because we got to season up that sauce a little bit. Alright, so, excuse me, let me cough. Alright, so, my spaghetti stopped boiling. I want to wash my hands, but I want to shut that off. But I want to wash my hands, okay. Yeah, you see? I needed to move this. It was sticking. And you know what? I think my pasta is already ready. So, I'm just going to leave it sitting there for a few minutes until I make these balls, and then I'm going to drain it real quick, okay? So, what I'm waiting for is for this oil to get nice and hot, and I'm just going to start making meatballs. And I'm going to put them in there, and I'm going to give them a little stir fry. Okay, like that. The oil's getting hot quick, so it's not a problem. Okay, I just want to make them all the same size. I wanted to make them bite-sized. I don't know. I think these are not bite-sized for sure, for sure. These are kind of big, but I left big meatballs. All right, now maybe that's too big. Okay, let's make it down a little bit more. Okay, we're doing it. You flatten and you roll. You flatten and you roll. And that's how you get a nice pudgy little thing like that. So you grab your meat. Like who don't know how to roll a meatball? I don't know. I ain't judging, but if you don't, you take this meat and you just squish it and then roll it. Squish and roll. Just like that. Or you can maneuver it with your fingers. It's good. Alright. See, it's almost done. Okay, so do you guys want to watch me make these meatballs, or should I pause the video? I don't know. I think I like 20. You know what? I'll be right back. Okay guys, look, they're looking really nice. They're cooking good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drain this pasta now because I don't want it to get too soft just sitting in the water. So I'm going to drain any water that it still has inside. Okay, so my pasta is drained. I'm just going to take it off the stove because that's hot there. I'm just going to leave it sitting there. And I'm just going to shut this water off because I can't hear nothing. I'm just going to continue to cook these because they're not cooked yet. Some of them are really soft still. So I want to have a nice good fry on them. So I don't want any of them to break up. So I'm just going to leave them untouched for at least another 2 minutes like before. When I was rolling them, I just left them and let them continue to cook because I don't want them to break. Alright, so I'll be back in a few minutes. And then we can add the sauce. Okay everybody, I'm back. And I think these meatballs are good because they're not breaking up at all. So they held their shape. The only thing that I don't want is all that oil. So I'm just going to drip out some of that oil. Okay, because I don't want none of that. Okay, so there we go. That's good there. So what I'm going to do is I have half a can still left of this tomato sauce that I used yesterday. I'm just going to put that in. And then I have a whole can here of spaghetti sauce. I'm just going to add like a little bit of water to these. Not much, just a little bit. This one doesn't have anything. Hold on. Alright, so let me tell you how much water I added. Up to here. Okay? And this one is up to there. Very little water. Just a little bit. So I could loosen up the sauce a little bit before it gets, you know, thicker. So, like I said before, I'm going to season my sauce with a little bit of my ingredients. So I'm just going to leave those bowls sitting right there. Just make sure they all get nice and saucy. Alright, that's good like that. So I have a little bit of the butter and garlic. I'm just going to add a little bit. Remember, those meatballs are already seasoned. So I'm not going to do too much. I'm going to add a little bit of garlic to my sauce and a little parsley. Because this sauce doesn't have any flavorings, it's just pure tomato sauce. So right now I'm just seasoning up my sauce, a little bit of parsley. Oh well, it's okay, it's safe. So what else do I have here? I have a little tiny bit of salt that I'm going to add, not too much, I don't want it to be salty. And I have a little bit of Italian seasonings. So let's throw a little bit of Italian seasonings in there. Like that. I'm going to also add just a little bit of pepper, not a lot. Because like I said, those are already seasoned. Hold on, wait. Hold on. I just got to rinse it because I already grated pasta. I mean, I already grated some Parmesan Reggiano, so I had this in the sink to clean it. But I think I'm going to use it again because I just want to sprinkle a little bit more cheese on there. Okay, where did I put it? Oh my. Where did I find the cheese? Hold on, hold on, I stuck it. Okay, that's what I couldn't find because after my son grated some for me, he left it by the sink. So no gonna find it in the fridge. So it has this little black piece of wax here. Just gonna take off the wax and I'm just gonna grate some right in there. And then I'm gonna have to grate some later to put on top. But just a little bit, just so my sauce could taste nice and cheesy and Parmesan and all that good stuff. Okay. All right, I think that's enough. Let me give this a little mix now and get that cheese incorporated really nicely in there. I haven't made meatballs in a long time, so this is a nice little treat here. Alrighty, so there we go. And now I want to cook this pasta for at least 10 minutes. Oh, I brought me a little roly thing so I can change this one and put a new one. This one's cute. It has little sunflowers on it. So I'm going to leave this and I'm just going to cover it, guys. And I'll be back like in 10 minutes. I think that sauce should be cooked up really nice and the meatballs should be really soft and good. So 10 minutes, I'll be back. Alright guys, it's been about 10 minutes there cooking at a medium heat. That's what it looks like, and it is ready. This is ready. Maybe one little meatball broke up, but that's okay. We got a lot of them. I think that's not a problem. Alright, so I don't know about you guys and how you like to eat your spaghetti. If you like the sauce on top, but my way is I take my spaghetti and I just put it right on in there. Just like that. I like to mix my spaghetti into my sauce. And it just looks like spaghetti. I just don't want to break it. I'm going to treat it very gently. Very gently. I'll just wiggle it around. And let's get this loose. And I could get some meatballs on top. I think I'm using the wrong spoon. So let me get out the big boy. Okay, here we go. Now we're talking. Now we are talking. And I just want to get all this and put all the spaghetti on the bottom so it could get nice and soaked up. Yum. 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 You know, my child was one of those kids that didn't like her food to touch each other, and she would give me such a hard time if they were touching. She would get so upset with me. Mommy, why am touching? Oh my goodness. And you know what I never thought of? I never thought of to get those little plates that separates the food, because she was the only one that had a problem with it basically. The others didn't care if they touched, if they got mixed or whatever, but my little girl couldn't have it touching. So the spaghetti looks pretty good. It has a nice sauce going to it. And it's looking very nice, my spaghetti. See? Didn't need no more sauce. I think it's just fine like that. And it looks delicious and ready to eat. People are asking about it, like, when is it ready? You know what? It's ready. Alright, so I'm gonna serve it up just like this. It looks nice, it looks saucy, and the more I mix it, the more sauce it comes out from the bottom. So I'm just gonna serve these hungry people. Okay, let me get my plate. Okay, spaghetti and meatballs. Here we go. Pretty. Okay, let's do that again. All right, meatball. No meatball, just spaghetti. You can see it has a nice sauce on it. This looks delicious. It smells so good, guys. Oh, not over. All right, one more spoon of the spaghetti. If I could grab spaghetti only. It's coming. Cover it up. All right, maybe I should have used my spaghetti spoon because I do have one of those. But I think that's enough spaghetti right there. And I think if I put a meatball right there and one right there, and we get another little pretty one right there, and we add another one. I don't know about you guys, but I think 4 meatballs is enough for me. You can add more if you want, but this is ready. Now over here I grated a little bit extra because you know I had to, so I'm just gonna throw a little bit of grated cheese on top, just like so. And this is my dinner. I hope you like it. I hope you make this recipe, and I hope your family loves it, and they're going to make you make it over and over and over again. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I love you all for watching. Hit the like button. Even if you don't like it, lie to me. No, I'm only kidding. just hit the like button, subscribe, comment, and share the video. And maybe one of your friends will be interested in making this video. Love you guys for watching. Bye. Have a good time. Good night. Bye.